Hey guys, it's Becky. I am back with another process video. Today I'm going to be using another sketch from Creative Scrappers. It is this one right here, 276. And I am going to be using the Pink Paislee Citrus Bliss collection for my layout. Right here I'm showing you different papers that I have left from this collection. I think some of these might be from a paper pad and some of them are actual 12 by 12 sheets. That one right there is from a paper pad. I am going to be using, actually I think it's one of the papers from this collection for my background. I'm using the white side of it though. Here I'm cutting these papers down into some rectangular shapes. So I'm kind of trying to follow that sketch. At first I had really good intentions of following that sketch. Here's where I laid out the pieces. It almost looks like a Project Life page or a pocket page, doesn't it? The way there's the 4x6s and the 3x4s, or the 3x4s. Actually, they're a little bit less than that on this page. So I am gonna fuss around with the placement a little bit. I'm just trying to find something that I like. So this is a layout that I had done months ago. I don't know when. I'd have to go look at my recap videos to or my wrap-up videos to see exactly what month I did it in, but I just have like a pile of stuff that I need to get voiceovered. And this is a photo of Tasha, and I've been debating back and forth if I'm going to send this one to her or if I'm going to keep it. I really like how it turned out, but I can always, recreate it if I want to. So, keep going back and forth, but I do need to get my packages out to the girls, so I need to make a decision, and I need to do the voiceovers on all the layouts for them, right? There I showed you the Kelly Perky ink. It's kind of a green color. I did ink the edges of all those bits. And here you see those frames. I cut out these frames on my silhouette and I did stack them 3 high. So there's 2 white colors I cut on my silhouette, and then 1 white colors, 2 white layers, and then 1 of the pattern paper, and I just glued them together to make them kind of thick. This green piece is a frame that was in the Citrus Bliss frames pack, and it's just kind of a cardstock, and actually it's kind of glossy cardstock, but I didn't know when and if I would ever use that, so I went ahead and pulled that out. This piece right here, I think is also from that same pack. It's glossy as well. And I'm just going to map my my photo with those 2 pieces. I did ink the edges of that with that green ink as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put these frames down around the page. So today is Friday, October 6th, and I usually have my voiceovers done well in advance. I'm a little behind with vacation and everything and getting back, and quite honestly I've just been really super lazy. So this is going to go up tomorrow, and I did want to mention that I know I have several comments I haven't responded to. I don't think I have responded to many comments in like a month, and that is on my things I am going to be doing tomorrow, and I'm so sorry. I don't know what my problem is. I do know what my problem is. I'm just tired. And I haven't really been making much of anything. I think since we've been back for a couple weeks, I think I've only made 2 layouts. That's not true. I made 2 layouts, and then I made 3 other layouts that I don't even have pictures for. I just used like a piece of white cardstock cut at 4x6 or 4x4 or whatever as a placeholder for a picture when I find the picture, because I made those because I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. That's the only reason I made those. Alright, so I am going to back these frames with this vellum. I think this vellum is also from that Citrus Bliss as well, and I do back all of the frames with those. Now I did have to figure out how I wanted the frames to be situated on the page before I could back them with this vellum, because the vellum has the pineapples on it, and I needed to make sure they were all going the right way, sitting upright, not going to be laying on their sides. I'm using some double-sided sticky tape for this. I think it's score tape, if that matters. I'm going to use that to put these down, or to adhere them to the vellum. Just going to trim this vellum off right here. Now, I have not reviewed this video recently. Obviously, I saw it when I was editing it a couple months ago. I just needed to do a voiceover. So I'm not sure if all the embellishments came out. I did cut a couple of those pineapples out of that vellum. I only ended up using one, and I think it was to cover up a mistake I had made. Just a very small little teeny tiny pineapple. Alright, so that is where my photo is going to go. I am going to put it over that pink frame. And I don't end up leaving this one here. See, that's the same pattern paper that is in that bottom right area. And I didn't really want the same pattern paper to be so close together. So I'm going to go ahead and switch that out for the green one. That one right there. This one I haven't backed with vellum yet, but I will back all of them with vellum. And hopefully I'll cut myself out doing that. Hopefully I did not leave all that in there. Alright, so I'm going to use my T-square ruler to try and get my title straight. I'm using these kind of shiny gold foam stickers. They're foam, but the outer layer is a shiny gold foil. So my title is going to be Summer Happy Place. And it goes right there. Yeah, you can see where I already put that little teeny tiny pineapple down. It's above that frame that's on the left bottom. And I had stapled that happy place on there. It's obviously my stapler wasn't big enough to get in on that E, so I opened it up. I put my foam underneath and stapled it. And when I did that, it pushed the paper down and kind of ripped it a little bit. So probably if I open my stapler to use it like that again in the future, I'm going to have to leave it on a little bit of a harder surface. That foam from that Secret Stampers Weapon foam, it has too much give, so that paper just kind of ripped a little bit. I put a puffy sticker right down there. It is a flamingo. And right here, doing a little stapling, I put a piece of acetate under there. It says Young, Wild, and Free. I am going to put my label right there, and I'm going to pop this little die cut pineapple up. On that label is where I'm going to stamp the date. Up there at that top frame, the yellow frame, there's another pineapple, and it says, "You are one fine apple." It's really cute. These were all, well, not all, those two pineapples were in that embellishment pack, and then the puffy stickers also go with this collection as well. I put a lemon up at the frame at the top right. Here I'm just popping up, or I'm getting out some foam tape. I do have to pop that label up a little bit as well because it goes over that pink frame, and like I said, that's 3 layers, 2 layers of cardstock and a layer of pattern paper, so it's kind of raised, so I do need to pop that label up. So on the pineapple, I'm giving it double layer so it can go up a little further, and I am using that Scotch foam adhesive on that big roll, so it's kind of, it's not super thick, it's kind of thin. It's like the perfect thickness. I do have a few other brands of dimensional foam tape, and they all just seem too high. So this Scotch tape, I really like the height of it. Here I'm just using some scrap paper. I'm showing you the Heidi Swap Color Shine in Gold, and I'm going to give that a little splatter around the page. There are a couple little mishaps, like there's this big glob that ends up on the top right. I can see it. I have the layout in front of me, that one right there. It's not fabulous, and when I just wiped it up, my sleeve of my man robe went through a spot that's down there in the bottom right. I'm kind of wiping it up right there. I keep it that way. With the busy pattern, you can't really notice it, and even if you do notice it, yeah, whatevs, it's all good. Putting just a little bit more down around this side, trying to be a little more careful than I was before. Alright guys, that's all I do to this layout. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.